Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we have another video. And this is from the Sicilian. These are traps from the Sicilian game. So e4 and c5. So we're going to play these as white, so it's a Sicilian defence, as you can see here. Then we have knight to f3, knight to c6, which is the old Sicilian variation, which is one of the most common lines. d4 opening up the centre, so the open variation. C captures on d4, knight captures on d4, as we have knight to f6, so attacking this pawn. Knight to c3. And we have e5 attacking this knight. Knight d to b5, so these knights are in very strong positions, as you can see. They're attacking these squares here, and the other knight as well, which is very strong. So from here, black plays d6, and we invite the other knight in. So the point is, if this knight captures, you gain a good position here, with e captures on d5, which attacks this knight, which forces it to move, as you wouldn't really want to trade down against a pawn. Knight to e7, and we have c4 strengthening this pawn structure here. a6 trying to kick away this knight. Now the point is we're simply going to play queen to a4. As you can see in this position, there could be some discoveries here against this rook due to this queen, as you can see. So if a captures on b5, then we're simply going to capture the rook. Going back in the position, you can't capture, so instead if bishop to d7 was played, then simply knight captures on d6, which is a checkmate. So we're going to go back to the beginning now and analyse the game. So e4, which opens up the board, controls these two central squares here, and activates this bishop and this queen. So we have c5, which causes the knight to be pushed behind it, and we start to develop the queen side. Knight to f3, so attacking these two squares here, whilst controlling the centre. Knight to c6, so corresponding the attack on these squares here, and we open up with d4, so gaining a strong centre with this other pawn here, as you can see, and challenging this pawn on c5, as you obviously have to take, as white will gain a material advantage, as you can see. So from here, d4, and we have the exchange in the centre, knight to d4. You can capture here, and then the queen would be in the centre, and you could just attack the queen. But from here, black is more focused on developing the centre, so knight to f6 going after this pawn on e4, and knight to c3 defending the pawn. Instead of pushing forwards, for example, you can push forwards because you'd simply get captured, but it defends this, and you can play bishop to d3 and move the other bishop here and castle on early in this opening, whilst gaining strong centre. So that's the objective in the Sicilian. Now e5, which attacks this knight because it allows a strong centre for white in the position, and from here we have knight to b5, attacking this queen side and getting a very strong position across the board. So now we have d6 here, so opening up some space so that there could be some attacks along here, so that the pieces could be reorganised to make sure that these pieces aren't as efficient as they could be. So knight to d5, getting the other knight to double attack the square, and it will fork the king and the rook. And now if we have an exchange here, knight captures on d5, e captures on d5, then this knight has to move somewhere else. So if the knight moves to e7, as we saw, we have c4, which creates a pawn chain here, so this one is still strong. And after a6, trying to get this away, then you play a4, which prevents this pawn from capturing, so you can't capture in this position as the rook will go. So instead, this move was played, but this is simply a smothered checkmate, as you can see. So the move knight captures on d6, the king is blocked in by all his pieces here. You can see the queen can't do anything about this check, neither can the bishop, neither can this knight, and neither can this pawn or bishop. So they all trap in the king here, and you cannot move the king, and also this cannot be eliminated, so it's simply a checkmate. So this is a very strong position. So moving the bishop to d7 was a mistake, because it's simply smothered in the king. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.